Okay, about 40 feet left of this, and I think we're gonna well, first of all, hey everybody, welcome back. I think we're gonna knock off out here on the field for tonight. I have a quick kind of channel update video to do. Been meaning to do this for a while, and lots of questions lately. What happened to the D2 project? Interesting viewer comments, a few questions keep coming up, a lot I want to answer. So we'll just take a few minutes here tonight, address some of those things. Hopefully I don't, drone on for too long. But yeah, so today on the field, you can see we're standing down in the trench. This is where I need to drain tile. It starts pretty much up at the base of those bur oaks right there, because I always had like a low spot puddle where it comes down off the field and filters through the rock pile. And I was thinking about culverting or putting a culvert in underneath where the road's going to come in right here. I decided instead to drain tile it. So I had most of this trench pretty close with the backhoe already. I spent most of today first I got out here with the transit and checked what my slope was, made sure everything was good. I had it pretty darn close just with the backhoe by eye to start with. So I pretty much just been squaring off the bottom with the shovel, and then we're, trimming the weeds that have grown in around the edges and any roots that had stuck in. I'm gonna line this with a filter fabric, and then we're gonna take, I need some 3/4 inch crushed rock. I'm gonna put about 4 inches of that down on the bottom. I have a 4-inch perforated drain tile to go on top. We're gonna surround the rest of it with rock, fold those two flaps of filter fabric over the top, and then cover the rest in with dirt. That is my plan. My problem is trying to get 3/4 rock out here. It's been about 4 weeks I've been trying to get somebody that can deliver that stuff. I haven't found anybody that wants to drive this far to drop it out here for me. That's the trouble. And I need about 6 yards. I could probably get that in 2 trips on the implement trailer if I built sideboards for it. I'd rather not do that because I'm so busy trying to do everything else. I think I found a guy that might be able to get it out here this week. I'm hoping so, because after tomorrow I plan on having this trench ready to go. So I'll just give you a tour of it. We're about 170 feet long, and you can see, well, I've spent today getting most of it pretty well in shape, ready to start lining it with the fabric. It goes a ways down here. I cut from here on with the backhoe this morning because it used to go more to that side, and I decided I wanted to move it over this way some more. So this is all new from today right here, and we're going to daylight out right about in this area and just let it run down into this low spot where I've been stowing all the stumps. We have about a 5-foot elevation change from what I call the headwaters up there to start down to here. Back up here now to where I've been scraping the sand off what used to be the knob. It's just kind of a gentle downward slope now. For the time being, I'm done scraping sand. I also put the transit out here after packing it down with the scraper and the tractor. I'm within about 2 inches of proper grade all the way across here, and we're actually domed about 2 inches high in the middle. What I need is a good driving rain on this to settle it down, and we are in drought. We haven't had rain here. Well, the whole month of July we've had 3 days of rain. All 3 barely tallied an 1.5 inch precipitation total, so we're scary dry right now. But you can see I ended up building this corner up about 18 inches. You can see how far down it goes before you get to where the untouched ground is. And then of course you need to slope out quite a ways. You can't just leave it as a, just a 90-degree edge. So it took a lot of loads with that scraper up into here. But you can see where the flags are, there, and then there. Corresponding ones down there. Bunch of questions on the channel, even though I've said it a billion times on here. What's going to happen with this spot? It's a machine shed, pole barn, tractor storage. I'm trying very hard not to have any tractors that sit outside. And then people say, well, kind of a long ways away from the house to put a shed. No, because I'm going to put a house right over there. So yeah, when all is said and done, it's all going to make sense. So yeah, sand knob's pretty much gone. And like I said, you can see, well, there's a corner flag over there. Other corner flag of the building will be right here. So that means there's going to be a large center door in the middle about here on each end. So that's the corner of the building, and then like a 12-foot lean-to is going to stick out. That's why we have these other flags out here. You can see from here how much of a slope I had to put there. We're all good and flat. So as soon as we get some rain, another question that comes up a lot, are you going to use the cat grader to finish this off, to flatten it? At this point, I'd say no. Because of this drop-off we have, it's going to be near impossible to get the grader out here and not drop the front wheels off of that and then slough half of my material out and away. So I'm thinking at this point, get a good rain, settle it in, transit it again, find out if I got high spots, low spots, and honestly, it's probably going to be the back blade on the Ford or the bucket on the Kubota. Those two machines are going to be my best bet for staying up on top of the pad and not undoing work that I've already done. Another question that's been coming up quite often in the comment section lately. I purchased a drone to give some, aerial shots of the channel, and I've had a lot of people ask, who's flying the drone when you're on the tractor? Me. Either me or it's flying itself, because when I'm out here working, I am by myself. There's nobody else out here. And I purchased a rather higher end drone because I needed something that was going to have a good active track capability, because most of the time when I'm operating a piece of equipment, my equipment's old and it has levers and pedals all over, or trip ropes that I'm always pulling, and I need both hands free to steer and pull levers and pull ropes and everything else. I needed something that I could tell how to fly and tell what or who to follow, and it would do it. So it's all me. Everything that goes on out here is me. And when I have a drone shot with a GoPro shot, I've set all that up by myself ahead of time. I have the equipment running in position where I need it to be, and I'll go set the GoPro up. I'll get that to recording. I'll get the drone in the air. I'll program it, tell it what it has to do, get that to recording, run to the piece of equipment, because at this time you're burning battery. GoPros don't last very long. That drone lasts even less, so the clock is ticking. I'll go do my thing on the piece of equipment. I will park the equipment. I run to the controller. First thing you do is get the drone back on the ground, because it's got like a 15-minute flight time before you got to change batteries, and you'd be surprised how fast that goes. Get that shut off, and then run to the GoPro, because you're still burning memory card, you're burning battery. Get that shut off. It's a lot of extra steps in a day, but I think it makes for a better video, capturing different angles of different things. My next upgrade for the channel is going to have to be a better computer, because I want to be able to take an audio file of the equipment that's operating and be able to splice it over the top of the drone footage, so that you don't have to do like a music all the time. Sometimes I do like the free safe to use music on YouTube. That's most just the instrumental stuff. It's not great. My problem is my editor that I'm using right now doesn't have the capability to take an audio file and put over video. It's an easy thing to do if you have the capability to do it. My old clunker computer is so old, I've been looking into some of the Adobes and stuff like that for editor files. I lack the minimum system requirements to even sustain those editors. So a new computer is coming next, so that I can get a more advanced editing platform, so that I can start doing like audio clip overlays and things like that. It's going to be easier with the drone footage if I can morph in operating machine sounds instead of bing, bang, bing, 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 banjo music and things like that. So that's something else that's coming down the pipe. Oh, fly on deer fly, dang it. Oh, yeah, walking back to the truck, I found this. I need to pick this transit stick up. Anyway, here's another example of, like I said, when I'm working out here by myself all the time, I don't have anybody to help me. So sometimes I need to get a little bit creative to find ways to accomplish the most basic of tasks, and here's one of them. You can see I use this old stand to hold the transit stick for me when I'm getting elevation readings and things like that. It's an old sprinkler stand Senior used to use in the corn patch to get it up above the corn when it got high. Oscillating sprinkler would sit up there and water everything. Well, it was getting kind of rotten. Part of a leg broke off, and he was going to throw it in the burn pile, and I'm like, hey, I think I can do something with that. So I put this loose-fitting zip tie at the top so it can go over the top of the transit stick, and that's my assistant right there. Holds the transit stick up high, so I don't need another person out here. I don't need to try and recruit another person to come out here, hold the stick for me. I can just get it all done, and I'll get that set where I need it, and then I'll have to walk back over and look through the transit and get a reading and everything, and walk back and set it in the next place. It's a lot of trips back and forth, but I can at least get it done by myself. So we'll get this picked up out of here. I don't want it to be out in the dew or anything else. So why did I just spend 10 minutes telling you about everything that's been going on with the building site project down there? Well, the long and the short of it is, I'm not a builder, so I'm going to have to pay somebody else to put any kind of a building out here. I'm all about building for about 3 hot minutes, and then I just get tired of it and I lose patience, and I'm not the guy to do it. I do know my limits. Besides trying to put up an entire machine storage shed by myself would take me 5 years. I could hire somebody and they can do it in 2 weeks. Okay, some things are worth spending the money on, but I can do all the ground prep work myself. Granted, with the limited amount of spare time I have and the equipment I have, it's going to take me probably all summer, or close to all summer again this year, to get that spot over there to where it's ready to start building. I need to finish the gravel road in here, and I still need to get power run out here yet this year. So, you know, work around here is very much seasonal in this part of the country. In the wintertime, all I do is shop project work, and that's where like 5J1113 comes in. And you know, we have this conversation every year about this time. For people that bailed onto the channel in the winter months, all they saw was me just doing a restoration project over and over, episode after episode. And then all of a sudden when summertime rolls around, it just stops. And the people that have been with the channel for a long time know this. It's been the routine every year with the exception of last summer. I bailed onto the Super M project around the 4th of July, completely let the field out here go, which I really wanted to do the things I'm doing now last year, but I put it off another year because I wanted to help Senior get that Super M and paint, because you can't paint when it's winter time. So there have been a few interesting comments though lately about 5J1113. Get that fly off the lens there. What's the hold up with 5J1113? Bait and switch. When are we getting back to the Caterpillar restoration, please? Pretty please. And this last one, I have to admire the creativity. I used to watch a channel with the same name as this one, where the guy did the most amazing total rebuilds of antique tractors. I miss that channel. So, to put it in a nutshell, we're probably not going to be getting back to 1113 until maybe October, the way this summer's going. I can't push this building project off for another year. I have to stay focused on what's going on over there. Everything's running pretty much on track where I'm confident I can get everything done. But I don't know if you can hear the engine running in the background. Haying season has started out here on my property, and Rick Bork is doing it. He's currently on the back field down there right now, but after he hays this whole piece out in front of me, all the way out to the road out there and all the way to the east end, he wants to turn this whole patch over. It's going to be about 6 acres, which doesn't sound like much, but you guys are well aware of the rock situation out here. It could turn into quite a venture. So yeah, I need to finish up everything down there. I need to get a road in. I need to get power put in. Rock feature, I'll show you guys a little bit of a hint of what's going to be going on that before the end of this video. And plowing the rest of this ground that has not been turned over yet. Yeah, the rest of my summer's pretty much full. So just to give you guys an idea what the itinerary looks like, I don't think I'm going to be back in the shop. If we have rain days, I might get back for the odd day here and there. Trouble is, we've been so dry lately, we haven't had rain days, so I've just kept going out here. I don't know if you guys can see him or not, way down there off the end of my finger on the back field, flogging the old Kubota. It's got this upper part cut. Okay, back home. I'll give you a little sneak preview of what's going on in the rock feature. Did you get that? Good. So I've also got 2 videos on the camera right now of, well, starting to swap parts from Old Blue to Big Red. some people voiced some interest in seeing some of the truck work videos. I've done a couple of small repairs on Big Red as well. Yeah, look for those to be coming out soon, maybe later this week. So we got that going. I've also got to finish changing over like the snowplow mount, the wiring, everything else, so I can get all the stuff off of Old Blue, put onto Big Red, and have Big Red ready before we start getting snow this winter. So that's another item on the list. Like, I needed another project that I have to get done, you know, before winter comes and before I can roll back into those shop projects. But I'll give you a quick update on 1113. Been a while since we've done that, right? So you can see 1113 is pretty much as I left it. We've kind of started to turn this into a storage area back here. Well, tell you what, I think I can tell you probably the last time I was in the shop back here, the calendar still says May. So yeah, that's how long it's been since I've been in here and really done anything other than running here to get some tools to fix something that I needed to use outside. So yeah, the last thing I did was I started tearing down one of the track rollers. You can see the bench is still a mess. This hasn't been touched since May. It's been just like this. I haven't had any time to be in here, but we last left off with the new bushings that I ordered being on indefinite back order for these track frame pivot bores. They did show up, oh, probably 3 weeks ago now. I'll show you. That's what's in this box. They look good. I just need to size the ID, get a grease channel cut into those, and then we're good there. The last I heard on the starting engine blocks, they have been sleeved. They're done. They're still sitting at my buddy's shop 200 miles away. He's just as busy in the summertime as me. Neither one of us really have time for shop work, you know, projects, stuff like that. He just texted me a picture. He's got 3 cats on a trailer, either hauling them to somewhere or bringing them back from a show. I don't know. So it wouldn't matter if I had them here anyway. I don't have any time to work on them. But the pony blocks have been sleeved. They are done. Again, it's probably going to be October sometime before I have time to even get to any of that. The Super M, we got ordered in a couple of, if I can get them out of the box one-handed here, 12-volt reproduction lights. So we have both lights here to go on the Super M. We'll set that there for now because I'm all thumbs. And we also have that brake lock mechanism that I'm going to get sandblasted up, get painted, put on there. That's going to happen this year, but we need to get done with, you know, all the dirt work that I've been using it for. Probably going to be rolling into plowing, turning over ground with the next. We need to get the working done before we do the plan, but we need to finish that Super M. These might be some more new old stock parts, a delicious old school crate. Don't look at that stuff. That's for another time. And I may have also bought another D2, like in April, and I just haven't had time to put it on the channel. So that might be coming down the pipe. I'm sure it probably will be. I just have too many things outside I need to do while the ground isn't frozen. So hopefully, I know this went way longer than I already wanted to, but lots of stuff going on. Like I said, seasonal work with the channel. I didn't try a bait and switch on anybody. This is pretty much what happens every year. So we don't need to have thawed ground and green grass to do this, but I need it for everything else. So hopefully that answers a lot of the questions that have been rolling on. You guys kind of have an overall picture of everything that's kind of on my plate, and we'll get it done. It's just going to take until the leaves aren't on the trees anymore. Thanks for watching, everybody.